So I formed Cortez Subsea in late 2010, early 2011, following when I departed from other companies. I saw a gap in the market for what I saw at the time as being a different way of approaching the subsea inspection market, specifically the pipeline inspection market, through different relationships I had at the time with other companies with new technology. So we took the gamble and started the company off as a small consultancy focused company in 2011, based down in the city centre in Aberdeen with 3 people. And we started to look from there at where our markets would be and how we wanted to develop the company. Just reviewing technologies in the market, we came across the mechanical interference connector called Zaplock, which at the time was owned by a private company in the US. And we got talking to them. We saw a real interest from certain areas in the subsea sector, specifically an operator here in the UK called Venture Production, which became Centrica and then Spirit Energy. And they encouraged us to help them kind of evaluate what this Zaplock connector could be for the application in the North Sea and the subsea market to replace traditional welded pipelines. We just started looking at how our business could develop, and we built it around the inspection, but also really looking at what this Zaplock connection could offer us as a way ahead to focus on reducing the cost of subsea pipeline from where it was in a very hot market in 2012, 13, 14, to what we could bring to the market with the mechanical connector. To do that, what we identified is there's no point putting or doing it the traditional way with a big pipelay ship. So we came up with the invention of the modular pipelay system. We looked at the concept and we thought there's a way in which you can put a modular pipelay spread on the back of a smaller offshore dynamically positioned vessel to put in smaller flow lines and not necessitate the need for a big pipelay ship. And therefore, using smaller vessels, it became cheaper, it became quicker, and it also reduced the carbon footprint to what we were trying to do and not having a very large pipelay ship to do what is a shallow water focus for small pipelines. So the real concept behind it was, how can we store pipe on a boat? How much pipe can we store? How do we handle it from a storage rack into a firing line, which is all using existing technology and knowledge. Once it's in the firing line, it's then prepared to go and make the Zaplock connection, which has got to be inspected and a lubricant applied to the connection so that when you push it together, it goes together properly. And once the connection's made, then you're putting the pipe through a tensioner and over the side via the stinger down onto the seabed. So the pairing of it was to look to optimize a modular pipelay system that was dealing with a single point connection, because instead of all these various points for welding a pipe, we only need one point. So it made everything smaller, more compact, and needed less people, less deck space, so we could use a smaller vessel. We work with a small core team in both offices in Aberdeen and KL. We have access to a lot of intellectual capability down in Cairo in the MCS and Deep Tech offices, where they have around 75 people dedicated to research and development for software and hardware. The team's really focus in Aberdeen and KL for us is being able to look at securing market opportunities and then the execution of it. So it's a blend of youth and enthusiasm with wisdom and age is probably the way to put it. It's what we try to do. And when we have bigger projects, we bring a lot of select people in to work specifically on the project and keeping our core team focused on the business. It's a ever-changing and evolving market that we're trying to deal with, that everyone's trying to deal with, by having what I refer to as a unique offering with mechanical connectors and with our inspection technology. I believe that we're going to be at the forefront of where the market re-emergence of the market by applying technology, by focusing on that development, continued development of that technology, to be able to keep the cost base in the right place, to be able to reduce the carbon footprint, and to be able to grow the business significantly over the next 3 to 5 years. I would hope to see us being, a company that is significantly well represented on a global basis, that's truly integrated and with our technology offering through our partnership companies with Deep Tech and MCS, and really making a difference in the subsea pipeline industry.